Why that just dies, I do not know. Very strange, but there we are. Hopefully we have audio. We have audio. How are we all doing today? I think I've seen a couple of people. I think David jumped in and out, and Andrew Electro Sound did. Tim's in. John Turner, hi John. Birthday celebrations. Yeah, I think it was John's birthday day before yesterday, I think. So happy belated birthday. Yeah, Andrew's going to catch up later on. Aaron's in. No, he's not. He's going out watching games. JJ's in. Hi, JJ. Joe's in. Mr. Matambly is glitching a little bit. I don't know what's going on with the chat. Strange. Mr. David Tipton. Your local beer supply has a new stock of Pommy Burt Double Stout. I've not even had that yet, David. That's not fair. Jay Foley, James. Az is in. Andrew, how you doing, mate? Aaron's back. Yeah, I'm just catching up with the chat. Les is in. Hi, Les. Tim's in. Andy B. No, Andy 8. 84. 25-1. I don't know why it's doing this weird stuff with the nicknames. I do not know. But yeah, this is Andy's radio, people. So there also seems to be some weird sort of like Japanese writing in front of some of the things. If I hover over it, it disappears. The chat's doing some weird stuff today. Airwolf, I used to love Airwolf, Aaron, back in the day. Andy's saying 69, 70, 71-ish. Yeah, I've not been able to date it quite yet. The service manual says 1970. Yeah, it says 26th of June, 1970. So it could have come out in 69. And they only got around to doing the manual for it in 1970. So it's going to be around 69, 70. I don't know what the production run was on it. But maybe we can date it inside later. You never know. J Fix, hi James. Welcome in, mate. Benji's in. Baz is in. Hello, hello. But it's coming up with it. Strange. What's going on with this text today? It's bizarre. Bob's in. Hi, Bob. Volvo CT160 valve tester. we know where to send our valves for testing now, don't we? They're coming your way, Bob. They're coming your way. Ionosphere, welcome in. Oh, hello. Did a massive jump then. Whoa. Muted? No sound. Oh, I have got, yeah. No, it was muted initially when I first came on, but I did sort it, so hopefully we're good. Multi's in. Hi, Multi. This is some nice gear going in here, James. Some good gear. Sheffield Steve, how you doing, mate? You had an interesting email drop from Roberts. 2 new solar clockwork radios. Oh, they're expecting disaster, Steve, are they? For a while, you know. I think we're all prepping for it, aren't we? Derek Cooper's in. Hi, Derek. You got 2 of them, Les, have you? Get on. Ganesh, how are you? Ionosphere is Alex. 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 I still haven't got round to starting your second radio yet, Alex. I'm still scratching my head with your first one. I've got to crack on and get the second one done. Afternoon, Anthony. So, yeah, there's all sorts of things happening. It's the air show at Torbay today. I should be there. Torbay Air Show is on. I've got the frequencies in my, well, some of the frequencies in my Kenwood over there, but it's not landed on anything yet. I think I'm just that little bit too far away. I can obviously get Exeter. Not the best receiver, the Kenwood. It's not too bad, actually. Could do with a little preamp on it, but... Patrick Kraken, how are you, mate? So, yes, I thought I'd have a look at this radio. I mean, it's only just come in, to be fair. It's sort of jumped the queue, but then I'm hoping, famous last words, that we can knock it out in one live stream. Then it can come off of my, well, it's not even gone on my repair list yet. There's so many on there now, but it's nearly all Sony stuff, to be honest. I know you've seen so much Sony stuff that this came in that's a bit different, so I thought I'd have a look at it. They were your mum's, Les, were they? Get on. So I think it's very similar to various other radios. I did have another. I had the Marconi version of this in a box somewhere, but it's actually one of 3 radios. Let's have a quick look at the service manual, then we'll have a look at the drink. So you can see this is dated 26th of June 1970. Is that the same date as this one here? Should be, because I printed them out. Yeah. So it's also the Ferguson 3168. This is what we've got, the 2158, I think we got, haven't we? And the 4156 Marconi phone. I think I've got the 4156 Marconi phone. But yeah, they all use the same chassis by the looks of it. We've got no AF117s in here at all, which is good news. But what I did notice when I went down through the transistor list is we have got BF194 and 195s, which are our lock fits, so they can cause problems. I'm not sure BF160 is that a lock fit as well. The output should be alright on that. OA90 diodes, nothing too out of the world on it. Obviously we've got our fair share of electrolytics in it, I expect. I think Andy's looking for me to get shot of those. We haven't got that many electrolytics. An 8, a 2, 300, 600. A 0.02. I bet that's a tantalum or something like that, I suppose. 75, that's unusual size, isn't it? Another 8. Yeah, there's a few in here. There's a few in here. Yeah. We haven't got a thermistor, have we? And what's W7? Yeah, that could be a thermistor. A8A21. Yeah, so there we are. There's some stuff on alignment, but hopefully we shouldn't need to mess with that unless it's been messed with. But I know there is some issues with this. That's why Andy sent it to me. You had to have a look, Steve, didn't you? Gavin, how are you, mate? Yeah, as I say, the Riviera Air Show, I've just said to Mrs. Cruncher about it. She said we should have gone to see that, really, but it is on YouTube live at the moment.
Once you try eBay, selling just feels...
I'll have to mute this, probably. Let's just mute this. But yeah, you can see it. Strange, it's jumped to their chat. So it's live at the moment, but I can't hear these planes. I don't know what frequency they're on, but I should be able to pick up Torbay from here, really. Especially the aircraft. So yeah, obviously don't jump off my stream now, but it is live on YouTube as we speak. So you can pop over and have a look at that, the replay of that later on. Look. And I've got my Kenwood tuned into it, so if we do hear anything, it will come through on that. It should do. I've also got the SDR hooked up as well. Anybody got any idea what frequency I'm supposed to be looking at then? Because I did Google it earlier and they were all sort of saying it's what did I look at? I know we're deviating, but you know, that's what we do. That's what I do anyway. I know you lot will go off on a tangent as well, so. Can you? Yes, you can, Aaron. Yeah, you can. I actually looked at the page, the English Riviera page, and it does say that you can listen to it. I can't see where I got it from now. Where did English Riviera? Yeah, so English Riviera. Can I share that to the computer? Yeah, you certainly can't transmit on it. Although probably we could, but we're not allowed to do any transmitting on that frequency. Can't work out how to spell Riviera. E-R-A Air Show. So this is the English Riviera Air Show program. We go to what's on in the air. Flying times. So Sunday, this is what we're on at the moment. I was watching the Wing Walkers just now. I think so. You've got a bit of helicopter action. Look, the Westland Wasp coming in later. But it did say, oh, this is a different page to what I was looking at just now. Is it in about? Get involved. Yeah, there was their page on the phone actually tells you what frequencies to listen to. Eurofighter, wow, that's a beast of a plane. That's going to make hell of a racket when that comes through. But we can track it if we go to SB. So you can look at the aircraft live. So it's all happening down here. So we've got this plane here. What's that one? That doesn't give us any details for that. So you can see that that's one of the planes at the moment that's down there. Don't know whether that's military or not, but it looks like they're all coming out of Exeter Airport by the looks of it. No, that one's not though, is it? Where's that done? Compton Abbas Airfield. I think most of them are coming out of Exeter, the bigger ones. But yeah, that's certainly what's actually there live at the moment, performing anyway. Is that the one that's doing a circle round? So yeah, we'll be able to catch them coming in as they come in. I don't know which one this is. It's not coming up on here for some reason. So it's probably military. But you can tell that the lighter the colour, the lower they are. So the purple ones are up really high. This little dot here is where I am. So you can see I'm not a million miles away. The only problem I've got is I've got Dartmoor in between me and and the display. So that is higher than me. And it's going to block a lot of my line of sight comms. My area was up pretty high, but it's not higher than Dartmoor. So what have we got down there? No, it's nothing fancy at the moment, but we can keep jumping in and out of that anyway. Interesting stuff, isn't it? Compton Abbas, you installed a VDF system there. What's that? A very dead fox? See, some random stuff comes out of my head, isn't there? Brian Moore, how are you doing, mate? Torby Air Show 136.75. Red Arrows sadly aren't going today, Brian. 120.8 and 122.7. I'm pretty sure I've got all those in my radio over here. I don't know where's my I don't know where my other there he is. There he is. Here's the old mobile. Let's see if I can get that on for you. Webcam only. There we go. Webcam only. Hey, there we are. It's a bit bright, as you can see. So yeah, this is going at the moment with the frequencies. I've just got it scanning through the ones that I found. I did have the AOR on earlier, but I've pinched the aerial from that. And I've got all sorts of other stuff there. I'm a bit of an AOR fanboy. You can see I've got my DV10 there and all sorts of kit. And some CB radios. So yes, I've also got a Yaesu over there buried in amongst that, a VR 5000 that I need to grab out as well. Anyway, that's more mess, isn't it? That's just mess. I must get myself a blind fitted over there. Must do it. You got Dartmoor on the way as well. Yeah, but you're slightly different angle, aren't you, Les? You might just catch the edge of it. So it's 136.75 for the main frequency. Shall we have a quick look on the scanner? Let's see if I can launch. Let's see if I can launch my SDR a minute. It might kill the stream dead, but you know. So what antenna C? And what do we want? Yeah. This thing sometimes has got a mind of its own even. What the hell can I get to airband? I'm pretty sure that I'm plugged in on aerial C. Yeah. It won't let me direct enter frequencies for some reason. Apologies for noise. Let me shut that up a minute. We'll see if I can get the customer band only supported in single tuner 0 IF mode. Well, I am in a single tuner mode, aren't I? Yeah, I don't know. Right, here we go. Now we're motoring. Right, what frequency are we looking at here? Someone just put it in the chat a second ago. I've just got to get back to my chat. Hello, have I frozen? Dear, dear. This camera's glitching as well. I do need to clear out, Alex. Well, it's not clear out. I need a tidy up. I need to get it all. I need a nice plywood cubby hole set up over there, really. You feel frozen. For some reason, this camera keeps glitching, this Nikon. I think it's the lead. I have got a spare lead, but if I unplug it, it'll probably never work again. Right, so it's 130.675, Anthony's saying. 130, see, I'll get back to the main one. 136.75. SDR Uno. I've got to change the software. I don't. It's okay, but it's real quirky. One 36.75. Absolutely nothing on that. Narrow AM. Now what's missing up there? That's that one. What else is missing? That one. And that memory panel's missing. No. Yeah, I am plugged into that one, aren't I? Strange, I'm getting nothing round there at all. 130.675. Yeah. I'm not getting anything there for some reason. Why is that then? So plugged into C. Yeah, definitely plugged into C. Power's on. Don't need to be flipped that way, do I? No, that makes no difference. No. And there's nothing coming through on the other radio, to be honest. I mean, if we put in a known frequency, let's go 133.6. That's very active normally. Make sure this thing's actually working. Oh, hello. I jumped a bit there. Squelch up a little bit. Let's turn the squelch off. So this is quite a common frequency. I guess, as I said, nothing's going to happen, is it? Well, there you are. A little bit of airband action. So it's very pinched. We need to go a bit wider than that, potentially. It's got quite, there's another one over there, look. It just popped up. I've not got a very big span on this. It's very quiet, isn't it? It's just my mouse hovering over it. Incidentally, I have got why is that so pinched? Am I in the wrong mode here? It sounds very pinched audio. I'm definitely wide enough. It sounds alright. I think that may be the ground station. No, I can't hear the ground station as well, surely. I mean, the strongest stations to me would be the London control ones, probably. We are deviating, you know, again, once again. I mean, we've got the beer open here. Sacrilege. What's that there? Just a birdie? Very low noise floor down there. Oh, I think that's the aerial. Why is that not picking that up then? Yeah, this is my amateur radio aerial. That's very flat, isn't it? We can have a look at John's aerial. Look. It's not going to work here, but it'll work down. Have I got it on? Yeah. So can you remember the area we looked at last week?
In Europe, and certainly amongst the best in the world as well. And we're hoping that will create a new generation of fans for our women's team and inspire young girls everywhere.
So this is the aerial that John gave me. I actually built it yesterday. Very good. bit of noise.
The investment in the training ground, into the team that know their way around the women's game, and there's no better exponent of that than France.
We've got some ignition noise there by the sound of it.
The introduction of some more.
You can see the spikes there.
WSL this season, and Jelena Chankovic would have been unbearable for us because we had no.
There is even some weak stations trying to pop through there, aren't there? I was listening to France on this earlier, and now if I go to antenna B, that is my long wire. So that's my long wire. That's the active antenna. I've got the ATE turned on or not? No, ATE's through. If we look at long wave, I mean that's... Look at Radio 4 on long wave on this thing. If we go to antenna B, which is the long wire. So we've got S9 there, look, just over, and then switch to the active antenna. And look at this, this is the time signal, isn't it? I can't remember what time signal down on 162, isn't it? And I think this is Algeria over here. I can hear that in the daytime. I've got some ignition noise here, am I? No. That's the one. That's better. So that's is that Algeria? So that's the long wire. Active antenna. It is working, but no airshow action. Let's close SDR down because it's going to slow my system down a bit anyway. Yeah, shame, isn't it? There's noise on all of it, both antennas. And I've just cleared it up with the noise blanker there, Baz. Yeah, they weren't on today though, Anthony. Yeah, I thought I might catch some of the aircraft, Baz, but nothing as yet. As I say, my thing is scanning through there. I'm just scanning specific airshow frequencies, which I've got from my book down there. And they've also been confirmed online as well. There is the red arrows are on the military airband, Les, yeah. With a quick play, Sharpie. As I say, I can mess about for a while with the filters and get that pretty good. But you've got to mess with all the levels and so many adjustments on those SDRs. It's unreal. About time we got on to this, I think, because it's getting a bit dry in here, isn't it? So let's have a quick look what we got today. I don't know if I've had this one on here before, but I don't think I've had it as sort of like the beer of the week. I may have tried it before, but this is Vocation Brewery even. So Naughty and Nice chocolate stout caramel cookie. I'm pretty sure we have had this before. But bold and beautiful beer for the many. Look, I won't shake it around too much. Smooth caramel and cookie flavours draped in silky smooth original chocolate stout. This is lovely stuff. So store cool drink fresh. May contain sediment. Nice. So we'll get it in the thing, and then we'll have a look at it on their website. Looking forward to this one. I got it in me tanker glass, so you can have a look at the colour of it, really, because you can't always see that in the pewter tankard. Oof. Look at that. There's not much head on these stouts, is there? It does disappear quite quick. It's not like a Guinness that foams up and stays there for ages. Take that downstairs in a minute. So yeah, that's in my bruv's 60th birthday brew glass. Kim, how you doing, mate? Let's have a quick look at their website then. I think the Westland Wasp is headed down our way very shortly. Right, naughty and nice. Where are we? There we are. So Vocation Bury. I said it again, Bury. What the hell's Bury? $3.75 a tin. St. Asda got an offer on at the moment. I think it's four for a tenner. I think it's 4 for a tenner or something like that at the moment. So Mrs. Cruncher's been and hooked me up again. But they got some fantastic stuff. It's different double coconut macaroon, chocolate, orange chocolate, breakfast stout. Now we're talking. 9% for breakfast. What? $9. Unreal, but they do have some nice stuff. Come on. Shop all. So everyone's into these IPAs. Not a great lover of them, but I do like some of them. Life and Death. God. They had some awards, haven't they? Their chocolate stouts won an award. Toucan Tropic. DDH IPA. Death by Cherries. Imperial Stout there, look, 12.5%. Maple syrup barrel aged beer. Whoa, limited batch. Maple syrup barrel. Whoa. Chenin Blanc barrel. Gooseberry sour. Look at some of these. 13%. 12.2. What's that? Bourbon barrel. Blended barrel. Oh, it's 3 pages. We better look at some more. Roll with it. Cucumber and mint. American brown. Vocation Big Hitters case. Barrel Age Showcase, 30 quid, tenner a bottle. Flipping it. Double whammy. 8.7 IPA. God, they're brewing some strong stuff, aren't they? They got a Belgian as well. Nice. Got a Belgian style. Can't call it a Belgian, can you? That's just merch then, isn't it? White port barrel aged. They're certainly not afraid to try some different stuff. Look at the different beers they got. Mad. Death by Cherries. Kilroy, how you doing? Some weird stuff in there. Anyway, cheers everybody. Cool. My arm's aching. Very nice. That is nice. So the helicopter's slowly making his way down. You can see I've just clicked on him there. So it's the Westland Wasp that's coming down for the air show. He's got as far as Sidmouth at the moment. Come down from Yeovil, I expect. Yep, Yeovilton. That's next on the agenda by the looks of it. He's going to take a little while to get there, isn't he? Not the fastest of helicopters. Not like Airwolf. He's pretty static according to that. Anyway, I'm deviating again, aren't I? I'm deviating again. What was I going to do? I was going to go in and click on something else, wasn't I? I've lost my train of thought now. Breakfast stout. You've got to have stout for breakfast, don't you? Anyway, let's do our YouTube channel of the week because I keep forgetting this and don't do it to the end. Now, I've picked a chap that's a pretty prolific poster. But some of his stuff is pretty interesting, to be fair. And that is M0FXB Hamtech. World of Radio Tech Gadgets. Now, I found a lot of his videos useful for things like updating software and stuff like that. He gets a lot of stuff. I don't know whether he buys all this stuff or whether he gets it sent out for evaluation. I don't know, but he's had some very nice bits of kit. And he's been quite helpful for me in setting up things like my AOR DV10, doing the software updates and that on it. Lots of bits about antennas, SDR stuff. Yeah, so that's my my channel for this week. I think he's called Andreas, the chap. So give him a follow, have a look, see what he's doing. How's he doing for subs? I think he's got quite a few. Yeah, 69,000 subs. Look, 21,000 videos. So as I say, he is pretty prolific. But there's a link to that in the description if you want to have another look at that. Sorted. So there you go, Andreas. Shout out for you, mate. Does it taste like sump oil? It tastes very bloody nice, actually. Glenn Hauser's World of Radio is still being produced. Glenn Hauser. Doesn't ring a bell, Steve. Cheers, everybody. God, arm is hurting today for some reason. Right. Let's, without further ado, let's have a look at our HMV. Now, the actual thumbnail for this was done with good old Chat GPT, and it decided it was going to alter lots of things about the radio. So the picture that you see in the in the what's his name, it's not quite what it actually is. They decided to put the model number down here instead of the little doggy and the gramophone. So it's actually got 4 bands. It's got shortwave, medium wave, long wave, and VHF, FM as we sort of know it. Full FM up to 108. Got a bit of a glare on it there, isn't it? Just get that glare off it a minute. You can see it a bit better then. It's 108. Looks like, is that separate tone controls? It looks like we've probably lost some writing off of this bit. It looks like it's sun bleached out or it's rubbed off. I'd assume this is sort of like bass and treble, although that one's actually come off. I noticed that because I turned it upside down to look at the battery compartment, and that just drops right off. I assume that's AFC. Maybe that's off. Not sure. Is that backlight? Has it got a backlight on it? Maybe. But these radios of this era, they are very good. They do sound nice. Build quality was slightly sort of falling off at this stage. I noticed as well that the handle's a bit, handle's a bit on this side. Whether that's had a whack in transit, I don't know, but it ain't hanging on there very well. Of course, I was lifting it with the handle as well, so I've got to be careful of that. That's going to have the epoxy of death on that. Don't know actually how they fix that in. We're going to have to get the old what's the name on that? Looks a little bit threadbare in the grill as well. Looks like the backing has gone on this. Again, we'll have to have a chat with Andy, see how far he wants to go with this. Well, he just wants to get it running. Now, obviously we've got our on-off, and we've got our tuning. Now, this is hellish tight. Now, I put a plus gas in this earlier, but I'm using all my strength to move that. It's jam solid. It's also got quite a bit of grease on it, so I think probably in years gone by it's been sat in a kitchen, I would think. I would say it's been in a kitchen environment and it's got gummed up. So let's have a look in the battery compartment underneath here. I've got to stop holding it by the handle. Let me just undo this and have a look in here. Is it quarter turn? Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't give us the model number anywhere at the moment, but it's 9-volt battery, PP9 as usual. Nice little HMV logo. Nice to have that little sticker still on it, really, isn't it? Might be worth scanning that for future use. PP9 battery clip, so we can hook up to that. What have we got in there? Some sort of weird cam mechanism. Oh, hello, and that top's dropped off again. Let's take that top off because we're going to lose that house. Let's pop that in there. So I've got this, so let's hook it up and see if it's doing, so we'll see what it's doing. That's strange, it's got an external aerial socket there for a car radio. So again, this would have been one of these ones, and I think Andy did say that it used to be used in the car. So you'd sit it in the dashboard like that, and your car aerial would stick out the back. And stick it on the parcel, well, not the parcel shelf, in the glove box, and away you'd go. That's some car radio, isn't it? And you notice this, the speaker would then be sound coming out the top. Yeah. So I assume that one of these buttons might be a car button then. Might be a car button. It was in your grand's kitchen. There you are. Bearings on the tuner grease gone solid. Yeah, I did put some plus gas down it. Ian Scott Johnson, yeah, another good channel, Bob. Very much into his test gear, isn't he, Ian? But quite watchable. Yeah, he was saying, Bob, they don't own their own trademark, which is weird. Says that to all the girls. Right, let's see if I can get this thing hooked up then. So we're 9 volts. Let's get me leads. Yeah, we're on 9 volts. Current limit, let's turn that right down because I'm using this for my... So this might come on... No, it's not going to come on full whack because it's on there. It goes in. Always drawing. It's dropping back now, but it was drawing half an amp. It's drawing half an amp when I put it on, so it sounds like it's a capacitor that's just reformed. It's literally down to 40 milliamps now, but it was 500 milliamps. Let me just see if that's just an inrush. Let's try that again. No. So it seems like we've got a dodgy capacitor, maybe. Sounds like I'm on FM. Okay. Yeah, we've got dodgy switches as well. That is. She's dead, Jim. The sound's dying. Yeah, she's not good. She's a poorly girl. Oh dear. Right, I think we've got to take the knobs off first. Let's get them off. It looks like this one's had some pliers action on this one. Have we had some pliers action on this one, Auntie? I can smell the plus gas I put in that. But, yeah. Pretty sure these have got to come off. Oh, I put that in the wrong pot. Put them in there. That's in with the... I think we've got to take the handle off and undo those 2 screws there. So let's do that. You know your limits. Yeah, there's definitely some pliers action gone on. That handle's decided that that's enough now. I don't know whether that's had a whack from the postie or not. The handle has just left the building. It's not problem. We can put some JB Weld on that. I'm sure it'll hold it in place for future. But yeah, you can see the sort of top of that's a bit chewed up. How's the overhead camera working? It's not. It's nice. It was working, but it wasn't plugged in. Let's focus it. Let's go in. So yeah, I've put some plus gas down there to try and wind it in, but it's a bit graunched up. But definitely we've got some text missing off of the front piece here. I'm pretty sure this should have letters underneath the buttons where it does say what they do. I can work it out, but you know, it's oh. I don't think that's supposed to come off of there. More glue in. I don't know if you get a lot of glue on this, Andy. It's more glue than fixing, I think. Pretty sure that had to come off. No, I think these two here have got another. It's got a screw that looks like posi drive on it, and it is early posi drive, eh? And I think these normally just go like that. Yes, they do. Not bad for servicing purposes, is it really? So it looks like we've got to desolder the speaker. Let's get that done a minute. Oh, hang on. We've got some sort of probably alignment. It's a 2156 actually. Where was that supposed to go then? Where's that come from? It's just literally just fallen out as I took the case apart. How strange. I really don't know where that's supposed to go. Doesn't really relate to the switches. Oh well. All good. See if we can get in here and unsolder this. They made it easy, have they? So we've got the green on the lower one. Better just take a picture of that. Not video, we want photo, not video. So I expect the different model numbers denote a different case style, probably. Put that over there out of the way. Get it with that. Thanks for subscribing, Bretsky. I didn't know you weren't subscribed, Brett. Welcome back. Okay, yeah, we have got lock fits in here, but it is working of sorts. Oh, we got an alcohol mode there. That's going to be one of our issues. That big nasty red one there. right in the... Oh, and we got these. Do you remember these plastic encapsulated flat top capacitors? These are a nightmare. So we're gonna have to recap it with some more over here. Look, they're definitely got to go. Tuning gang then. What's this cam on the bottom for? We've got some broken wires here as well. What's going on with this? What is that? Some sort of weird... I think that's the car mechanism. So that's knackered. So I don't think it's going to work in a car anymore, Andy, because it looks like... I don't know. I'll have to have a look at... We might be able to get that going, but is it ever going to be used in a car? I doubt it. Tuning gang then. It's going to be fun. Right, I need to get the top panel off. Is that going to come off without a fight? Or are we going to have to take the tuning dial off? You certainly don't want to be touching the... Yeah, so it looks like to get that off, we'd have to take the aerial off. Undo 2 screws. I can get to pretty much everything without doing that, I think. If I can get some WD in that bearings for the tuning, it is offset, so I certainly have got part of it done. Let's see if I can get some WD in underneath the tuning gang. It's not fully meshed though. It is really stiff. What I don't want to do is break the... It definitely has some pliers action at some stage. Got some bent plates there as well. Some very bent plates. I wonder if that's what's causing part of our issue. Ooh. Yeah, some pretty bent plates there. Will the overhead camera show it up? Yeah, can you see that plate on the tuning gang there? That one there is very bent. Just in there, look. See that? I mean, that is one of the ones they used to fine tune it, but that was very bent. So what I need to try and do is get some oil in underneath there. So I'm going to use some WD to get in underneath that section. Scary. Right, where's the WD-er? Brett, how you doing, mate? You cleared everything off YouTube and started again. One lady only 10,000 miles on the clock. Right, so we've definitely got some caps to do. I mean, as I say, one decided it was going to reform. Let's see if I can get some of that in there. I don't want to spray it on the vanes, but I do want it to go down into the shaft. A little bit in that top one. There we go. If Mr. WD will do that for us. That is dry as a bone. That is so tight. Wow. Why do I have it tighter? No comments, please. Well, that's fully meshed now. I can see the bearings much better. That's the bottom bearing. Okay, we're going to leave that to sit for a bit. Let's do some other quick servicing jobs. Let's get the deoxit involved. Let's do the potentiometers. Treble and bass. That's one of them. Where's the other one? Down there. Volume pot. And through there. Give that a little work around again. Yes. Yeah, that's struggling. Tell the old pliers have been on it. Mine certainly have now anyway. Cheers. Oh, we've got... It is a family show. What are you saying? Surely I didn't say anything out of place. Just defreeze myself. There we are. Defrozen. That might need a bit of heat on that, you know. I'm surprised it's gone that dry. It is one of these remote ones though, so it does look like it's down there as well. So it's going to be 2 or 3 different gears in it, I expect. So I've put some plus gas down the front of it. Oh, it is freeing. It's getting there. Yes. Oh yes. Where's my knob? Where's my knobbage? Get a little spring clip on it. Come on. Where's the D now? Oh, okay. Right, I've got 180 degrees out. Well, getting better. Oh, it's just stiff that way now. It's getting better though. That's a lot better than it was. So we lost a little bit of plastic off of this retaining bit. There's a bit of coax there. Thrown in for good measure. Okay, right. We are going to have to get some capacitors out of this thing. I'm just looking at the switch connections. Switch connections? I can get into the back of most of them there by the looks of it. We need the normal deoxit for that. Let's give them a go as well, because they were dodgy. One for sure. There's another one down in there. 2, 3, 4, and the last one is right in underneath here with bent nozzle. We're in. There we go. Right, that should be the switches good to go. Let's get rid of some of this stuff off the bench. Get rid of all of the stuff I've sprayed everywhere. So hopefully that WD will keep working and we can stick some grease on there in a bit. Tuning gang's a little bit loose. I think the grommets have seen better days. Yeah, grommetage isn't great on there. So let's pop some of these caps out then, because this is going to be interesting. Not marked on the board, so I'm going to have to put a little mark. I think I'll put a mark where the positives are. Positive. That doesn't physically say positives that side. That I've got no idea which way around that one is. Or that one. Is it positive or negative? I do not know. Great. There's our little tantalum, look. A little tantalum. Just sat in there. Nice. Doing his own thing. Eerie. Oh, they're pretty eerie they are. Okay, so it looks like they have got a little mark on the board, but it looks like a positive. A little white dot is a positive. Yeah. Okay, so the white dot is the positive. Is that one there? Is that a cap? Is this one of these weird little tiny miniature caps, or is that a resistor, or I don't know. I'll have to look at that in a minute. We've got a weird and wonderful set of components in this. We've got a little jelly bean transistor in there as well, which is unusual. Or is that thing that I said might have been a thermistor? I don't know. Let's have a look. He's actually lurking in. Can you see him in there? He is. Bit random, isn't it? So we've got normal sort of transistors, apart from that one, which is a random sort of jelly beanie type one. You can see these caps that I'm on about. It's these here, these flat top ones. These are notoriously bad. And we've got some. Is that an alka mode? It looks like it, but it should have a date code on that one, so that might be interesting. So yeah, all to do, and I've frozen again. I've frozen again. Not to worry. There's worse things, isn't there? El commode? Who's got a commode? Ella's got a commode. Right, let's turn the old suckerooner on. Suckery. Suck away. More beer. Let's get a couple capacitors out for a little look, out for an outing. If I can find my capacitor tester. There. There it is. Operation Bingo. Quack. Right, I'm going to go for this big boy first. Let's go big first. No. So the positive is going to be the left-hand one on that. Yuck, what's that on there? That's the positive. The green side is the negative. There's something sprayed all over my pen there. WD, I expect. So what is this one? This is TCC, British made. I can't quite see the date code on it. 600 microfarads. British made. Is the microscope on or not? Microscope, are you going to work? No, you're not going to work either. Where are we? Anybody make out that date code? This is a TCC, British made ZB. It's like E something 500 and then, yeah. I don't know what the voltage is. It looks like, is it 10 volts? Who knows? So there you go. That's your first one. Eyes down and looking. TCC 600. Place your bets. You'd only get the one guess. Have we got any 680s? Have we got any 680s? I wonder. 2 2s. Thousands. 2002s, 4007s. 6,800. Keep them down because I'm going to need them in a minute. I did stock up on caps the other week as well. Spent about 150 quid on caps recently. Surprising, isn't it, how much they are? What are they? 390, 33, 3003. No, 33. $680, there we go. What have we got? Panasonic FC. Just shove that one in the oven a minute. While you carry on and guess on your 600. While I go and solder this one in. Circuit boards aren't great on these, so you need to get in and out of these pretty sharpish. How we look on that one? Yeah, good. Right, are we done? Everybody guessed? Jim, how you doing, mate? Dundee. Let's have a look where we're doing. 800, 750 high ESR. This is one of these, and this is either going to be disastrous or it'll pass. I mean, it's one of those. Let's do it. It's gone low. Unusual. 533.7. Who we got? Who's won that then? Who's down in the 500s? Anybody? Has anybody gone lower? 652. Oh, 421 for Dorf. Dorf went super low. I tell you, you have to work that out amongst yourselves. Afternoon, Northern Rambler. Victor. How are you, mate? I'm a bit squeaky. Ooh. Yeah, knackered. That's what that one is. Next. So I think it was the people in the low 600s that got that one. So we're doing the output stage first. Let's do this first. Let's do this next. Can't quite see where the positive is on this one. Hopefully it's marked. In fact, I can't quite see where the cap is. I think it's there. I think it's just there. Let's get the old suck. Let's see if it is. Yep. Right, first time. Okay. Let me see which is positive. So positive is up there. Let me just mark that. Surprised that one had gone low, to be fair, but maybe that is what reformed. In fact, it probably is. So this one is 300 at 10 volts. And it's one, oh, it's a Callens this time. Interesting. Oh, is that frozen now as well? What's going on here today? Where are you? Callens. Any of that date? Is that 67? Is that week 35 of 1967, do you think? SPC 931. I reckon that could be 1967, you know. Callens. But yeah, they are electrolytics, but they've got a very flat top on them. And these are pretty shocking. Be interesting to see what that one comes out. So there you are, 300. Let me grab a 330. It's not high voltage this set, so you don't have to go mad. And what have we got here? 25 volts, that's more than enough. I need a little table here really to put stuff on, so keep bending down. Right, stick that in while you're having a think. Is that right around here? Yeah, 6735. Be interested to see what the other one says. 10 volts. You wish you could turn the clock back to 67. I'd have been 3 years old, Alex. Brett's in. 125. Callens, yeah, it's I think it's an Irish make, because the other ones are Erie normally. I thought that was an Erie, but it's not. So if you want to go, I'm just going. Yeah, see, this is an Erie. This is weird. Okay, so we've got a Callens. We'll do the bingo on that one shortly. But this one here is what I thought that one was. It's an Erie. Oh, it is an Erie. Okay, so it's got Erie written on the back. Duh. Yeah, so it's actually got Erie written on the backlet. I take it that means Ire, doesn't it, for Ireland? I always call them Erie, but I think it's Ire, isn't it, for Ireland? And Callens is the make. So we've got another 300. And again, the date code is the same, I think, 6735. I don't remember which one I took out when now. I think this is the first one. Right, let's do this one then. Here we go. Let's do it. Monitoring for component. Be patient, it's coming. $408. 408.9. Now, what was so you all went a bit lower then, didn't you? But oh well, Tim's on 420. A bit high. Not bad though, to be fair, for one of these. So I'm going to do the other one. We'll do both of these in the same go, because they're both 300 and they're both the same cap really. Oh, hello. 402. Not bad. Not bad. Tim was closest with both of them, really, wasn't he? So let's chuck another 330 in there. So far, not disastrous. I mean, the ESR on that other one wasn't mad. Yeah, that wasn't mental. And considering this is the amplifier stage, that's the ones that would be most stressed, really. It's a very dodgy looking joint there that I'm just going to reflow while I'm in here. That just looks like it never got flowed properly. So dry joint. As I say, this is the sort of era when things start to cheapen down a little bit. We've got some inspection marks there. Anybody expert on inspection marks? Look, so we've got. You know what they say? Looks like, is it POL or PDL 157 inspection? Do like things like that. It gives them a little bit of uniqueness, doesn't it? And there's obviously we got some board markings over here. We got 186C, and then there's a very faint number you can just see there. Look, 18. Is that 186? 186, 186, 186, 186. It looks like 1860. Interesting. Yeah, that joint I just reflowed was that one there, which was half soldered. Right. Plenty more to do. Well, not many more. Got this one now. This is a little 8 microfarad now, so eyes down for an 8 microfarad. We can probably get away with a 10 there. Let me see if I've got any 8s. I've got any 8s? I thought I bought some 8s. Pretty sure I bought some 8s. Let's have a look in my little box. 47. Oh. Strange. Radio came to life. 470. Baby ones. 1000. 33. Ah, 330. Look, one of them just now. 100. Tell you what, I can't even. Oh, is that 10? 10. 27, or random size. 150, another random size. 82, another random size. 180, random size. 120, so all pretty random sizes there. I'm sure I've got some 8.2 here somewhere. If not, it'll be 10s. 4.7s. $82s. 6.8s. So it's going to be 10s, isn't it? All these here. 330s again. All of a sudden I got loads of 330s, couldn't find any just now. There's one other place. I'm not holding up much hope though. 8.2's absolutely zero. I need to order some 8.2 caps. I'm surprised because I went through all of those. Oh well. That's annoying. Oh, they're pretty. Right, what do we think this one is then? 8 microfarads. Have you wanted to guess? So again, we've got these. Well, this one hasn't got a name on it. It just says SWT HD21 8 microfarads 6 volts working. I don't hold up much hope for this one, to be fair, but you never know. It might prove me wrong. Have a guess at that one then. I'm going to put 10 in there. And I guess this one's the same, so I'm going to pop that one out while you're having a guess. So they've gone across at a 45-degree angle there, which is a bit strange. Old school circuit board manufacturer. And that is indeed another 8. So we got 2 8s to guess there. Pop those in while you're having a guess. Try to drop it in my drink. Did that earlier. Right, let's push this first one then. Wow. Well, he is. What's going on with this? 7.86, 1.93 ohms, just dirty legs on it, I think. Yeah, 7.86, so he's slightly under. 7.5 for Brett. It's got to be Brett, surely. Oh, we've got an 8.6. 7.5. Brett. That's Brett. Let's have a look at the other one. Has Brett done the double, or is someone else closer to this one? Oh, hell. Yeah, that one is knackered. Let's do that again. That one's 11, but 22 ohms. 11. So Alex is close, 10.3. Aaron's bang on, pretty much. That's got to be Aaron for that one. Hang on. I say Aaron, is Benji the same? Oh no. Aaron is 11. 10.95. Brett won. Aaron won. And I'm frozen again, look. What are you looking like, you buffoon? I'm back. Wow. That's like being in a time warp then. Okay, we're nearly there. I don't think there's many to go. Hopefully that WD is working its magic. I don't think there's any on the FM board. Feels a little bit... Oh no. So that peg there's loose. I thought we had dodgy cap then, but it's just the way they've soldered that board. Ain't great, is it? I'll have to push that one down a bit further. Yeah, we might have to give that one a little bit of help. Best way to get these down is with one of these nut drivers. Smaller than that though, Graham. No, that's bigger. Always the last one, isn't it? That's better. Okay. Much nicer. Right, let's get this one out then. I think, is that the last one? There's not a lot of caps in it. There's one that looks a bit strange over there, which I need to have a look at the circuit because I don't know if it's a cap or not. Is that it? Okay, this is another Callan's. Well, that's blown my date code out the water because this one says 8156. Unless it reads backwards, 6518. 75 microfarads. How strange. So it's another one of those eerie ones. Not actually marked eerie, this one. 75. So that's 8156. 75 microfarads at 9 volts. 75. That's random, isn't it? It's like they ran out of hundreds or something. Oh, and I'm... Ooh, I've headbutted the desk, look. Let's get rid of me for a minute. You don't need to see me. I've decided. See, Brett's back in and he's got it on the nose. 75. Now I'm sure I've got some 77s somewhere. It could be an 80, couldn't it? Did I have 80s in my box just now when I looked? Was I cracking up? 120s. I ought to put these away, really, didn't I? But they need a special box because they're weird sizes. I thought I'd get some more obscure ones because I keep coming across them. 180, maybe that's what I thought. 120, 150, 82. There we are. We'll have one of those. Thank you very much. I'm sure I've got a 77 somewhere as well, which is a real weird size. Not in there, is it? No. Oh, that's 8.2 something. Right, this is a 50 volt. This is a lumpy one, this, but that's fine. It'll be fine. So how are we doing on the gas for the 77 then? get that one in. I don't think this one's going to be very well either. $77 then. Come on down. 98 as 110 for Brett. If is UF. If is UF? Oh, 95.2. Okay, right. Sharpie's going close. He's keen. Right. Let's do it. $126. Oh, he's a big boy, that one. 126. Brett's gone 110. Is it Brett again? Brett's only done the double. Look. He's glad he came back. He's done the double. 126. That was knackered. Right, let's just have a bit of a sense check on this, make sure that I haven't missed any, because these flat top ones can be easy to overlook, especially the smaller ones. So we've got a tantalum in there, which I'm not going to touch. But the weird one is, I'll show you in a minute. I'm just having a look, see if there's any other obvious ones that I can see. It doesn't look like it, but I don't know what this thing is. Let me see. How can I get you down on this? Will that work? Or is that too close? It's frozen. It's frozen. Okay, we're nearly there. So you just see the red top there of that one. Where is he? So we're going back with back. Yes, there. That green one. Look. See that? What is that? It says Hunts. What is it? Is that a capacitor? I think it is. When it says Hunts on it, that's a good sign. Oh, 0.022. Ah, okay. That's not an electrolytic, is it? Of course, my head's gone again on it. Is that an electrolytic? It is transparent. I removed the camera from it, Joe. Come on down, the capacitance is right. It's definitely a capacitor, but it's 0.22. Let me have a look at the schematic then. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look. So where the hell is it? It's around here somewhere. So I think that's our tantalum there, C71. Then we've got R50. Then we've got a connection lug for a wire. And that's it there, C26. We don't look nothing like that. And then it's in parallel with I mean, C26, what's it saying C26 is then? Yeah, 0.02. C26. Does it show us an electrolytic on here? C26. What are you? C14. If it shows us an electrolytic, we're in trouble because I've not got an electrolytic that small. C25. No, it's not. It's down here, look. Okay. I think we may have got them all then. So what was Big Red? C72. C75 was the red one. C74 and 72 were the two there. So C75 is this one. So that's on the speaker. That might have been the one that reformed. C74 is on the headphone socket. C72 goes through TR7. C71 is the blocker for TR7. Where's the volume pot then? That must be there, yeah. Okay. So which one was that? 77 or 75 microfarad? C47. The C47 was a bit poorly, wasn't it? Where was that to? There. That is across the rail. Look. That's going to be probably the positive rail up there. Is that negative or not? Yeah, I think that is the negative rail. So C47 was the one that was poorly, or the worst of all of them. And that looks like it is across positive to negative. Interesting. Shall we hook it back up again? I ought to put that back on. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. Right, let's turn the light off of that. Just looked at that light as well, which has just blinded me. That's useful. Better some more beer then. Rob, hey, where is he? He's in. Wow, that's a delayed entrance, Rob. You've been busy working again, I suppose, haven't you? You've missed all the capacitor bingo, Rob. What I do need to do is work out this this disaster down here. Let me just show you what I mean. I'm going to need the little light back on again. Autofocus over at cam. Right, we're down here, a bit lower. Try focusing that again, Graham. That's better. Right, can you see this very hair fine wire which comes off of this little... There's got to be some sort of coil in there. Look, see this very fine wire? Well, it's all broken, as you can see. I think this is the car bit, but it's supposed to go down to these two posts here. So we've got one connected there. Well, at least I think it's connected. I don't know. I'm going to need to get the eyes on for this. Get the light down a bit. And get the tweezers out. So yeah, it looks like one side is connected. There, just. But this side is definitely not connected. I think that's to do with the car, but I'm not 100% sure. If I can sort of twirl it all together, maybe I can solder up the end. I can't twirl it together for some reason. Why can't I twirl that together? Let's get me third hand tool and see if I can't get see if I can't get some solder on the end of that. Can you see that? Just out of shot. Trying to wrench it out of the thin gram. That's very fine. Let's see if I can't get some solder on the end of that. Do a bit of flux maybe? It might be some of this, like, is it Litz wire or something that you can't solder? I've had that stuff before, that's a nightmare. I think I was on that early Avo meter, wasn't it? Let's get some fine solder. Well, I think I've got solder on that. I think I have. See, it might be an oscillator of some description. What I don't want to do is not connect it and then find we've got no AM, which is highly likely. Because at the moment I've not heard anything on AM. So it's on this pillar behind here that you can't really see. Can you see it there? Yeah, just about get you in on it, I think. In on the action. So this is where it's broken off of. That's what was on there. See if we can't thread the needle and get it back on there. Yes, he's on. Well, it's on there. Anything else in here while we're at it? How's our tuning doing now? How's the old tuner doing? Tuner-rooner. See, that's some sort of cam that's acting. So our tuning is working now. It's still a little bit stiff, but I think that will free up. I will stick some grease down that. I'm not sure what's going on with this, because it does seem to be slipping that. Let's get that out of the way, Matt. think there's sort of some sort of inductive tuning, you know. So I think when that cam comes around, it's supposed to push a slug up and down in there. That might be jammed as well. Let me just do it. I'll see if I can do the grub screw up on it. There's 2 grub screws in it. Neither of which are easy to get to. To be honest, I think they're long gone, those grub screws. And I think that mechanism there is actually jammed as well. I think that's one of the things that's not helping it get along. Let's squirt a bit of WD down that, see if that'll free off as well. But that's not helping the situation. What is going on with that? That is broken, I think. That should move up and down with that cam, but the cam is... That should move up and down like that. Oh, Christ, it's come right out. Get back in there, you bad toad. Boing. So there is adjustment on it. But I think the plastic's broken in behind, and that ain't doing anything. That is doing absolutely nothing. It certainly is an inductor, and that should drop it into there, and then it should push back out. But this is not working because this cam is knackered. So it should lift it up like that. Let me see if I can get you in a bit closer so you can have a look at that. So it's some sort of inductive tuning. So as this cam, as you turn it, see that moving down. Yeah, till it's fully meshed there. Then as it comes back up, it should push it up again, but it's a massive grate. I don't know if you can see it there. It's a massive great divot in it there. I mean, it's cracked right across. It's supposed to be, but you can see it's moving on its own. And as we get to there, it's just catching on that. It's not going past it, look. So I don't know what that is. It is a tuning slug of some description, but it ain't doing any tuning. Oh, you're imbued now. God, Derek, you get about a bit, don't you, mate? Let me see what that is. I hope it's nothing to do with FM. That's all I can say. If the radio works fine, do you still replace the old blue caps? Well, it's a good question, to be honest, Andrew, because it's entirely up to you. If you're happy with how the radio sounds, it's not drawing too much current, and it's your radio, crack on, leave it as it is. If you're fixing it for somebody else, and you're doing a repair, and you want that repair to not come back, then you're going to do them. Because it could be that a month down the road you have a capacitor fail and it's back to you for more expense. So it's best to do them if you're doing it for somebody else. If you're doing it for yourself, I mean, end of the day, you can change your caps whenever you want, can't you? So if all of a sudden one day it stops, it packs up. The only thing I would say is some of the older radios with quite rare transistors in them, what you don't want is for a cap to go short or open circuit and kill the transistor, because that can get quite expensive. And there are certain capacitors that are changed on site. Those Alchemodes are one, the Plessis are the other. That's the two main ones, and those little plastic encapsulated ones that I've just done today, those little Erie or IR caps. Higher, lower, higher. Very nice. They are the same. But it looks like we've got our tuning back now, Andy, if you're still with us. But this is knackered. Whatever this is, this needs to come off, really, because I think that's causing us some problems with the tuning. If it's to do with the car tuning, I'm going to take it off. If it's to do with anything else, then it might be a problem. Can we find out? What does it say? So, AM/FM portable receivers, 10 permeability tuned input coil for reception via a car aerial. So, permeability tuning is basically it's an iron core. So that is that, isn't it? It's got to be. L12, look, car aerial tuning. There we go. L12 it is. It's disconnected anyway, but you know, I have fixed it. It's going to be in the front end here somewhere. L11, L12 is here, look. So S4B must switch in the car aerial. Where does the car aerial plug into then? Car aerial socket here, so that side's ground. This is our wire coming through. It goes through this switch here, so if that's up, yeah, where's that going to push it? If that's in the up position and they both slide up, that's going to push it back up and around here and then into there. Strange. I think potentially we need to leave the coil in, although with this switching out, it's not going to do a lot, and it was detached anyway. I think we leave the coil in and take that plastic cam off the bottom to free up the tuning mech. Yeah, I think that's the best. That's the plan, I think. Let's rip them off. Rip them off. Rip them off. So yeah, it's to tune the car aerial. Let's whip it off. I just want to take the cam off of the bottom of the tuning gang. We're going to leave this in place. It does form part of a circuit of some description. So you can see one of the grub screws has physically just dropped out of there. Look. Of course, it wants to be heroic and stay on there now, doesn't it? Yeah, this is broken as well. The plastic's broken on it, so it's no wonder it's not a great design. It could be 3D printed, I suppose. Clever little thing, but, you know, not clever enough. We have detached it. It's not going back. So it's still in circuit electrically, but mechanically it won't work, which is good. I will obviously leave it with the radio because, you know, somebody one day might want to 3D print a new part and grub screw the hell out of it, stick it in their old Morris Minor or something. What was about in 1969, 1970? Escort Mark 1. My very first car was a 1970 Mark 1 Capri. Pull that spring back onto its mount there. So now that does absolutely nothing, and it frees up that tuning gang. Means we can get some grease in that bottom bearing as well, if I can get in there. Means get a bit of grease in here as well. Let's do it. Let's grease the hell out of it. It looks like it is Baz, yeah. Oh no, it's coming out the side, not the end. Looks like my nozzle's gonna have to come off. Literally can't get in the other side at all, but I can see it now. Oh, we're flying now with the old dial. We're absolutely flying now. I wonder what that button there is for. Is that the one that switches the car in and out? I wonder. Because we've got this switch here, look. This little push switch there that I thought might have been a light switch, but that might be for switching the ferrite out, actually, because it is connected to the ferrite, I think. And no, through a resistor there, up to here, up to there. I don't know. Shall we give her a test? Come on, get on there. Let's zoom you out a little bit, because you might be in a little bit close. Oh, come on. What are you doing to me? Right. Moment of truth. Have we sorted it? Got to glue the handle. That'll be an overnight job. Apart from that, I reckon we're done. I reckon we are done. Let's get this speaker back. Couple temporary leads on it. Let's go yellow with the yellow. Green with white. Now, which terminal did the yellow one go on? Doesn't really matter, to be fair, with these, because it's not exactly hi-fi kit. So yellow went on the top, green on the bottom. But they do sound nice, these, when they're going well. So all that's left to do is to fire her up, isn't it? So I'm going to quickly nip tut loo, and when I get back, we'll fire it up. I'll be back. Right, back. The suspense of it all. It's gone a bit rusty. No, it's not. There's a plastic cam on it, and it's all gone. It's knackered, basically. Just knackered. Right. Let's connect her back up. Ooh, the aerial's a bit gank as well. It's going to need a little bit of work, that one. So I think that's VHF. I think that's AFC. I think that might be the car. Then we've got, I think, long, medium, and short, or medium. I don't know which order. But I think that's FM and that's AFC, I think. Right, let's try it. Yeah, that's AFC.
You know, getting married in July to my, and I've had a little one. Last game at you know, potentially.
That sounds like we got veins touching there.
And every year when I send that email, when I, but
So I went to go on with my air level.
Sounds all right, doesn't it? Oh, something in. Just a second. So about that. Bit of elevator music, look. Pot's still a little bit scratchy, but that's probably where this. let's see if we've got any other bands. Whatever that is.
She has indeed, yeah.
I reckon that's long wave.
I've never thought of, yeah.
Yeah, because we've only got one station on that. And that's where it says BBC 2.
Hey, go, because that's important.
That's long wave. This is going to be medium wave then. It's picking everything up in here. It's picking up my light there. It's picking up the power supply. It's picking up that light. It's picking up that. It's picking up that. It's picking up that and that. And it's picking someone else up. It's picking up these lights as well, I think. Let's try that. No, that one. No. That. It's picking up interference from something here. What else have I got? Oh, that's switching the stream off.
But it's gone to the WSL. It's an excellent goal. There is a slight delay here.
Let's try it on shortwave. Don't hold up much hope, but which shortwave band is it? 49 meters. Well, yeah. Might get something up this side. See, that sounds to me like a dying transistor, but yeah. BF194 in the house. That is a dying transistor sound. That is a dying transistor. Let's come back to life again now. That's just as I was going to hit it with some freezer spray. If I can find a tip for the freezer spray, that is. Did have one here a while back, but what have we got? A loose connection somewhere. Dry joint. We've got something not right here somewhere. Camera back on again. Just... Ah, it might be this aerial. It's that aerial touching that chrome plating. Wow. That's all it was. Let's try and hook a wire up to this. How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? Not going to be easy. Not going to be easy because my long wire setup is hooked up to something else. Let me see if I can get a wire across a minute. Just to give us a bit of action. Yes. Hanging over the top of my computer, which is not helping the noise situation. And that's hanging over my phone. Bit of Morse. SSB. It's working. See if I can somehow couple the outdoor aerial to the top of my head showing again, that. Can I get that in underneath? I'm just trying to couple my long wire to it. I've not got a ground here, so I'll have, but not over this side of the room. It needs the ground as well, really. See if I can hook the ground up as well. Contest on, is there? CQ contest, CQ contest. That's clever. Have you done that? So we can connect the ground as well. That will quieten it down a bit. Yes, come on.
Certainly shows their quality.
How about that?
They pretty much look in control. And they're knocking the ball around with minimal fuss inside their own half. Andre is left, still on the edge of his technical. It's a cool area. This is almost stationary, and she's just waiting for some pressure from the right and forward line. And as soon as that comes from Shankovic, the ball is offloaded to Lerman, who gets her first touch of the ball, the German international. Just 3 starts into summer move combined unit, but has been hampered by injury. Right.
Let's try it on long wave.
Large piece of paper found in the cabin of the murder victim, Daisy Armstrong.
How about that?
Daisy Armstrong is correct. Question 4. Who is MELM, the person Agatha Christie dedicated the book to?
It is her second husband, Max Mallowan, the archaeologist.
And full, I mean, you don't have to give me the full thing, I'm only saying that for fun. It is Max Edgar Lucian Mallowan. Yeah. But yeah, that's perfect. Which character's cabin has a communicating door with that of the murder victim?
To give the name that she uses for most of the novel, Mrs. Hubbard.
I will accept Mrs. Hubbard, that is correct.
Would you like her real name, Dawn, then? The actress Linda Arden.
Oh, I love that.
There you are. Methinks that's done. Electrically, anyway. It's just some gluing and screwing. Turned off all my lights and everything now as well. I'm like, it's better. It certainly does. The problem is, Baz, is it's really bad in this room with all the electrical stuff. I'm surrounded by metalwork here, and it's just, it won't let any signal go that way. Once it's done, we'll take it out in the garden and give it a try with an aerial. So apart from sort of giving it a bit of a clean up, there's not really a lot else to do. FM all looks on pretty much where it should be on the dial. This aerial's a bit battered and bent. Ooh, certainly that top section is. In fact, the very top section is very bent. Well, you know. Printable transfers, Bob. I think Andrew wants me spending hours on it. I think the idea is just to get it going and working once more and free up that tuning which we've done. Sorted out the controls, which are really scratchy. Got to glue that back on. Got to glue the sides back on. We'll get that done. Give it a bit of a spruce up. That'll be good for a few more years. Quite a few more years. I mean, I could sort of try and work a little stick-on strip for there, saying what they are really, but it's pretty easy to work out. It's long gone, isn't it? Arrow's a bit flopsy. Has that got a screw or is it riveted? No, the aerial's riveted, so not really a lot I can do about that. It's a bit floppy, but it has got a lot of wear on it. So I'll give it the old WD-40 treatment. Best thing for lubricating telescopic aerials. WD-40. Works a treat. Ah! Don't kill the thing, Graham. I'm going to just fix it. Yeah, that's pretty dirty. Should work now. Oh, we need to get those grommets done, don't we, on the tuning gang? That was the other thing. I knew there was something else. We need to get these two done. They're not too bad, actually. I've seen a lot worse. Yeah, they're actually not bad. I think it was just literally resting on its suspension. Well, that's a bit of a first, isn't it? Grommets that are okay. Let's see what I've got. What have I got? Yeah. Should be those. Get them in there. Oh, why have I done this? You know I hate putting grommets in. Why have I done this? It does need a couple new ones, really. They've gone a bit spongy. Is there one on the other side somewhere as well? Oh yes. Gotta love a good regrommeting. Especially into plastic. Especially into plastic, Graham. I'm sure that's the right ones. Should I just put the old ones back in? Might end up doing that because these are a little bit too stiff, I think. Don't want to break the plastic. Really? You're really going to do this, aren't you? You're going to fight me? You won't win. So you've got to frighten them. You've got to frighten them. Cool, that's one in. That was easy, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Is that properly in there? I'm not convinced. Oh, it is. It is in there. Wow, they're certainly going to be a lot better than the old ones, that's for sure. That's better. No, that's not. You do not want to cross-thread that, Graham. Doesn't seem right. Let's loosen that one back up. Yes, there we go. Sorted. Right, okay. That's the grommets done as well then. So things we've got to stick. We've got to stick that. To that. That's going to be fun. I'm going to need to stand it sort of like that overnight somehow. I'm going to have to use my third hand tool for that. And I've got to reattach the other side. So that's going to be contact adhesive, which we've got. Let's do that now. Let's do it. If I can find a brush. I've got to throw a brush away every time you touch this stuff. I did have them here yesterday. I had the box of brushes because it fell down as I was pulling stuff out like everything usually does. There we go. I mean, to be fair, once it's hooked back on, it will stay together, but why did I just sniff that then? I suppose it's compulsory, isn't it? It's that bit. Now this bit. Doing a well ventilated room. Right, can I get this out if I use isopropyl on that? I think that brush could be a goner. Don't know. Might be able to get it off with some of these wipes. Ooh. And he's frozen. He's frozen again. I must put that new. Yeah, WD-40 and telescopic aerials are their best friends. Small plastic spreaders. No, Anthony, I haven't. There's a spreader that came with it, but it's a massive great thing. I prefer the brush, to be fair, because it does put it on a bit better, if you know what I mean. If I need a spread, I tend to just cut a piece of cardboard off. I reckon that'll go another one. Right, gonna wait for this to go touch dry, which it isn't yet. JB Well. JB, I've got literally just a smidgen left on that. A smidgen of JB left. Let's put the lid back on that because it's too much. Oh, got some good stuff. It's better than the old lids. The old lids used to be metal and it was a nightmare getting them on and off. Right. What am I looking over this side for? Third hand tool. I think this was a Ben and Sandra present for me one Christmas. So we need to be able to support that thing. That'll be my next trick. Let's get this back together first. So once it goes on there, it won't come off. Gotta make sure we get it on dead straight. That ain't coming off again in a hurry, I'll tell you. Yeah, that one's hanging in there, but you can see there's like grease from kitchens on it. Yeah, it's sort of coming off. You've got to be careful you don't take the pattern off as well. There's some sort of detergent on that, really. Oh, these are taken off. These are some fancy wipes I get from work. Let's take it off. Taking all the patina off though, Andy. Can you see it's coming off? I don't know, you probably can't see that because the camera's blowing it out, but yeah, this is cutting through the grease. So a newly glued one. Yeah, definitely was the kitchen radio, this one. Getting quite a bit of grease off of it, even though it looks clean. Anyway, we'll put those to one side. They're done. That's out the way. That's done. Didn't need the freezer spray after all, it's just the aerial shorting out. Okay. Let's get rid of the grease residue on the handle before I glue it. I don't want to be messing with it too much afterwards because the glue is not, it's not going to take a knock, if you know what I mean. This is this bright metal stuff. Pot metal, is it they used to call it? It's not really aluminium and it's not steel, it's some sort of, I don't know. I think it's pot metal they used to call it, isn't it? It's easier to do this now when it's apart than it is to do it when it's all put together, that's for sure. Right, it's looking okay. Oh, it says wrenching his desoldering tool off the bench. Hell, it's all disconnected, mind you. That's pretty bad. They're gonna be knackered. I wonder if John's easy fascia and case cleaner will cut through that. Let's try some of this on it, because that ain't coming off in a hurry. That's covered in. That might have a little bit of a soak. Let that have a little bit of a soak. I did have some brushes here somewhere. This isn't hand grease, this is kitchen grease. Whoa, this is going to be hellish difficult to get off. It's clogging up my toothbrush. Yeah, this is kitchen grease, unfortunately. That's not going to come off easily. What can we put on that, anybody, to get that off a bit better? I mean, this is specifically for putting grease in that off, but it's not really. It's sort of loosening it. It is sort of loosening it up. It looks like that piece slides off there. Whoa, it slid off, but what? Daren't take it off in case it won't ever go back on again. Well, that I did get a fair bit off. Get a fair bit off, but it's really, the problem is it's quite a coarse grain leather cloth, and it's physically got in the grain. See, that side doesn't look so bad. I think that was the side that was underneath. Yeah, that side's not bad, so we'll probably use that as the front, but no, looking down through it, it's still. I think we leave that on for a little while, don't you? Spit. Neat washing up liquid, yeah, might do it. Sausage juice. Elbow grease. Yours can print to heat shrink. Hey, Christoph, how are you, mate? Didn't see you drop in. Neat washing up liquid might be the way to go. Let's get a fresh one of those. I mean, at the end of the day, all of our grandparents had radios in the kitchen. I always remember my nan and granddad's Bush TR-82 or whatever it was at the time. It might have been a VTR, actually. I'm not 100% sure. But, pardon me. That's looking a lot better. Still some grime on it, but that's 100% better than it was before. I take it you wanted me to clean it. Clean it off, Andy. Some people like to leave it on, don't they? The patina. You've ruined it by taking the patina off. This is what they use to clean air conditioning units, so it is pretty good. It doesn't kill stuff either. I did notice that this bottom piece is I don't think you can see it in the light, but you can see it's all brown all the way down through. So we'll give that the treatment as well. Barkeeper's Friend, yeah, I've heard of that before. Scope Droid, how you doing, mate? You got some ZM1042 Nixie tubes. Yeah. We've got some of it off, look. But it's pretty caked in there. Full English. I'll say John put me onto that. John Turner, he sent me up a couple cans of that in the past, and I managed to find some for a relatively good price on eBay. It ain't cheap, but then decent stuff ain't cheap, is it, these days? Well, that's the first pass. Second pass. That's another $5's worth. It's an expensive radio, this. Leave that to soak in for a bit. Now the speaker cloth is sandwiched in between. There's like this. This is an imitation plastic panel that is stuck to there. There's got some metal tabs on it, so there's no way we're going to get that out without damaging it. So unfortunately, that grill cloth is going to stay there. But, you know. Let's put that to one side and let that soak for a minute. Back to the handle. Still feel it's greasy to touch, you know. After all that. Starting to burn my fingers. That's come up pretty good now. Let's give it a run through with it. Cloth, see if there's any more coming off of it. No, pretty good. Right. I will take that down, I think, and give it a good scrubbing with some washing up liquid first. Just to make sure most of it's gone, but that's a hell of an improvement to what it was. Put it in the dishwasher. Yeah. You're about 18 tins. The problem I find with the other types of foam cleaner, Anthony, is it takes all the blimmin' paint and that off. I've got some here somewhere. Some pro power stuff. It takes all the paint off of stuff. Like if you spray it accidentally on a Roberts grill, one of the stripy grills, it will physically take the paint off. Yeah, she's getting there, Bob. She is getting there, mate. As I say, we were up A&E with her the other week, which wasn't great, but she's starting to feel a little bit better now. Luckily, at long last. Just me that's knackered now, but you know, that's another story. That's another story. Right, so yeah, that's not going to be done quite today. But really, apart from gluing that back on, we're pretty much done. Still got some muck on there, look. Still some muck on there. Cleaning's the biggest charge. Yeah, tenner to fix it, 100 quid to clean it. Yeah, so just need to get that and suspend it upright like that. So my idea is to use this bit of kit. Hopefully it'll grab it. Will it grab it? Should grab it and allow it to stand upright. If I can get the arms sorted. Yeah, that should work. Just leave it flat on the bench overnight. It should go off. Yeah, that'll work. It looks drunk to you because of the angle of the camera, but it is right. Oh, and I've frozen again. Ah, new leads. It is, isn't it? It's a cracking bit of kit. I've used it so many times now. You know, I can just rest it against it that way so it doesn't fall over, and support that one with that one. And yeah, it's a very useful tool. As I say, Ben and Sandra got it for me one Christmas, I think it was, or for my birthday, one of the two. Yeah, that's gonna stand pretty straight like that. Because if I glue it up wrong, we've had it. Yeah, that'll work. Foam cleanse, nice. Joseph Donovan. Your Eden Tate granny used to own an HMV talking radio. Terry Wogan, yeah, a lot of people used to listen to Terry Wogan. Welcome in, Joseph, by the way. So if I missed you anywhere, sorry if I missed anyone else. What have got me head in it. Yoddy Toddy. A can of Quattro. We'll bring that up. Yoddy. Didn't see you drop in there, mate. Hello. Yes, have I missed anyone else? Stream Elements has been in. Rob's gone again. In and out like a fiddler's elbow. Yes, like you say, 20 meters is full on at the moment. Where are we then? Where's our SDR? Should we see if medium wave, long wave's calmed down now? Let's turn that one off because there's nothing. I didn't pick anything up on that air show, which was a bit of a shame, wasn't it? We're still getting good reception on 252. There's something else popping up there. That's not in band. Some pulse noise.
We can reveal who the poem is by. Who is the poem by?
Dun dun dun, it is by, and you heard the name earlier.
What a shame that we're losing this, isn't it?
Charlotte Mew. Tell us a bit about Charlotte Mew, because she's not as well known as she should be, I don't think.
Look at that signal down there. How's that doing for your cats and dogs?
She does all of that. So it's very exciting.
What I find really interesting for it is the fact that like that, but I think it leaves him at something of a disadvantage going into week 2.
We've got some pulse noise going on, haven't we? Summing it through the handbands. No, that's just noise. Nope. Yeah, that area's going to be no good on 2 meters at all. Okay, why are we not got nothing on that then? 20 meter band, we should have. Is it because my ATU needs changing? Strange. Normally I get that no problem. Dead flat. I'm pretty sure I'm plugged in there to the right aerial. Oh, hang on, am I there? No, I need aerial B. I thought it was a bit deaf as well. What's going on here? Need antenna B. Do digital rubbish, isn't it? I'll just play with the ATU a minute. There is something over here, look, by the looks of it. $40 meters. Again, digital. Some SSB there, sir. Let's stick the ATU on that band. Someone over there. Pretty quiet now. Pretty sure that, well, it might not be. Yeah, digital nonsense. It's not that great today, is it? Something there. As soon as you hit them, they go. CW. Anybody decode that for me a minute? Get off. Mobile vertical, whatever it is. Don't know if I'm tuned right there though. Weather's overcast. Temperature's 22 degrees C. Claudio, by the looks of it. IU6MQ0 to DL9 M gear or something. Oh well. It's probably on 115, I expect. I was probably slightly off. I've not got the hang of tuning into CW yet. You can just about hear a faint warble in the back, can't you? Anyway. Yeah, that's a strong signal though, isn't it? Pretty good. I'm surprised I want more than 20 meters, to be fair. Lot of noise. Look at all this stuff down here, this digital nonsense. Loads of it. More digital. French station. Yes. Wow. I think antenna C was the UHF one, wasn't it? Oh, I've done that again, am I now? Oh, it's doing it now, look. We want to be down in the ones, really, don't we? It's changed antennas again, hasn't it? That's a... Still on SSB, that's why. You fool. Now I'm slightly off frequency. That's because it's the 8.33 steps, isn't it? There's not a very big window for airplanes. Yeah, so I'm only going from 133, a very small bit of the band. Anyway, I digress. I'm messing. I can play with that later on, can't I? Let's call it a day, shall we? It's enough playing about for now. It's enough jollies. Catch you soon, Andrew. That's because there's a CQWWDXCW contest on. It's not noise, it's a CW. It's FT8, Baz. That's what you can hear, that. That's not CW. Oh dear. 56 years since you passed your Morse exam. Well, I only ever did a Morse appreciation. Yeah, that ooh stuff is some FT8, isn't it? I think it is, or I mean, it used to be. I did PSK. I think I dabbled with, which is another digital mode. Basically, it's just sending messages across a computer, which I'd rather pick up the microphone and say hello to somebody than. I know it's quite useful for plotting your distance, how far you can get, and what your antenna system's like and that, but it's not my thing. Yeah, you're welcome, Andy. Yeah, as I say, a bit more work to do on it, but certainly getting there. This handle is looking pretty good. It's still got some signs of muck on it, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was. So there you are, people. Don't forget to hit the sub button if a lot of people watch this and they're not subscribers. Come on. I need to get to 8,000. I need to get to a lot more than 8,000, really, but you know, 8,000 would be nice. So there you are, people. Another one saved, like someone just said. I think that's going to be enjoyed for years to come. I'll get it looking a bit tidier, and then it can get shipped back to Andy. Down in, is it Cornwall, Andy? Are you in Cornwall? I can't remember now from the letter. Oh no, you're Warrington. I had something else in from someone in Cornwall. No worries. So, I think that was yours anyway. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button. All the things that you've got to do. Thanks again to my Patreons and channel members. If you fancy a bit of extra content, then drop in, join up. You don't cost next West. It costs as much as you want. It's next to nothing if you don't want to break the bank. It's interesting. A lot of stuff goes on there. As I say, people knew this morning what was going to be done today. And if I get a chance, I put little videos in that. I've got another video coming out at some stage of the little deco, which I shall do. But I've got so much repairs in at the moment. It's unreal. I'm trying to work. It's great stuff. Anyway, cheers, people. Thanks for now. See you next week, if not before. Bye for now.